Corsi. Starters being introduced right now for the Pike Central Chargers. And we're about all the way through. Brian, we got them yet? Or? Okay. Vikings starting lineup being introduced right now. And they're going to go the way they did the other night in Springs Valley. And it's going to be a I'd call it more of a two-guard set. You got Willow Thompson, Willow 5'5" and a junior. Beth Graber, she's 5'5" and a junior. Mariah Brunson, who had a good ball game the other night, she's a 5'8" junior. And a pair of forwards for the Vikings, and both of them 6 feet tall. Ellie Neff, a junior, and then Hannah Bledsoe. Hannah leads the Lady Vikes in scoring and rebounding, and she's 6'1", and she'll start in the middle. Lady Vikes coached by Lacey Higgins. And I know one of the things that we talked about the other night is it was nice that Hannah Bledsoe did not have to do the deal where she had 25 points, 15 rebounds. Everybody else pitched in. She did. I think she did. And if we can have that performance again tonight,
yeah, absolutely. Not having to rely on every time down the floor needing Hannah to score a basket, but she hit the boards. Now she's going to jump center, and here we go with voice of the Vikings, Mike DeCourcy.
Tips up, controlled by the Vikings. And looks like Pike Central going to start the 2-3 zone. And one thing that you see here pretty quickly, Brino, the Vikes do have a height advantage, and they're quickly going to go to Beth Graber. Beth going to pick up right where she left off. And that's it. And that is a Cash for Kendall 3-point basket, and it is 3-0 Vikings. And Bar E going to come out in a little 1-2-2 full court, three-quarter court pressure, it looks like. And Pike Central going to break it, and they're going to lay it in, and just nobody got to that backside.
A little slow on the rotation there, but Bar E on the run. They're going to turn it over down on the other end.
And the Vikings tried to get it ahead to Brunson and couldn't do it. So 3-2 here, just underway. Each team with one possession. And there's Bledsoe, and she's going to block a shot, and Pike Central going to get it back, skip it out, and they're going to try to reset. That's Young with the basketball over to Whitehead.
Like you said, a definite size advantage when you see the two teams on the floor. And I noted during the JV game that the Bar Reeve 120-11, Pike Central looks young.
Yeah.
And they played a lot of freshmen on the JV squad, but we've got a definite size advantage for the Lady Vikings.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Vikings in a little bit of a zone defense, going to be poked away. Willow Thompson going to come up with it. And here comes Bar Eve with the basketball. Colleen Trambaugh will play tonight. She was off the bench the other night at Springs Valley, and I would say she probably played, 10 minutes or so, Brino?
Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Still limited a little bit with that ankle, but it's good to see her out there. Willow Thompson going to hit a 18-footer.
Right there at the elbow, and she got it to go. 5-2. Vikes going to pick up now a little more pressure.
We've talked about so many times, turnovers and shooting percentage. I see the one going down and one going up, but that's a good thing.
That's always a good thing. Young going to set for a long one. It's no good. Willow going to run it down. Here comes Bar Eve. Willow with the left-hand dribble on the left side. Over to Beth Graber. Now Ellie's got it. Ellie going to set for a long one. It's going to be short and hit the baseline out of bounds. So Pike Central going to get it back.
Those were shots that, while that one didn't go in, I love no hesitation. She had an open three, and she took it, and we need her to keep taking them. That's just fine.
Yep. So it looks like the Vikings this time in a little 2-3 zone. Pike Central whipping it around. Whitehead, she's going to fire one off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Willow Thompson. Here comes Willow with the basketball. 5-2 Vikes here early. Willow's going to have a foot on the line, long two. He got it. Back-to-back buckets for Willow, and it's 7-2 Vikes.
Willow had a really nice game. Pike cut down on the turnovers tremendously, and not only her, but hit some massive free throws down the stretch when Springs Valley started fouling.
Yeah, she certainly did. And there is going to be a full timeout taken by the Chargers, and we will go ahead and take one too. 5 minutes left, first quarter, 7-2 Vikings. Back right after this. And back at Bar Eve, should mention tonight's Cash for Kindle sponsors, Brino.
That's Carrie Heller and Darcy Oaks, Cash for Kindle sponsors. We appreciate their support of Bar Eve Lady Viking basketball and that fine organization.
Yep, thank you to Carrie and Darce for being tonight's sponsors, and hopefully the checkbook's going to be wide open as Pike Central going to miss another shot. Here comes Bar Eve with the basketball. Colleen into the game for the first time. She's going to be cut off by Whitehead. Now Willow Thompson going to turn the corner, 15-footer. That one going to roll off and rebounded by the Chargers. This was a game last year down in Petersburg, Brino, where punked may be a little too strong of a term, as Willow's going to pull it over, or turn it over and pull it back out. But now Beth Graber, Willow over to Colleen. Colleen going to set for a long one. It bounces along, no good. Beth going to pick it up. Her short shot, no good, but there's Brunson with it. And now Colleen going to set for another one. That one going to be long. Bledsoe going to run that one down, go through everybody. She's going to be fouled, lay it in. It's 9-2. And the Vikings just bludgeoning Pike Central so far.
It's right now, it's a 8 rebound to 1 advantage for the Lady Vikings, and I would expect that to continue all night. But I like it on the offensive end of the floor. The more chances you get, the more you're going to make.
And like we were saying, his free throw is good, 10-2. But I think a lot of people, in the program kind of felt like we should have won that game last year, and Pike just kind of physically took it to us and took us out of what we wanted to do. And, it was kind of the first week with the new coaching staff, or first month. Is Colleen going to grab a steal? Going to try to get around everybody. There's Beth Graber. She's going to stop and pop. I think she got hit, no call. But Willow Thompson got fouled on the rebound. So I'm not going to say revenge is Pike and are even really rivals, even though we're just a half an hour apart. But I think this is a game where Coach Higgins and everybody else,
yeah, without a doubt. I think that this was one, as we got better throughout her first season as coach, that they looked back and said, yeah, wish we had that one back.
Yeah, and there were a few of those last year early in the season. So 10-2, Vikings with the basketball. Bar Eve calls out the set. Colleen's got it. Looks like the Chargers are in a 2-3 zone. Willow Thompson, Beth Graber in the right corner. Out to Colleen. Over to Willow. Willow going to go down off the glass. Got it. Nice move by Willow. And it's 12-2. Good start for the junior.
Yeah, we've talked about it many times that the Lady Vikings need to use ball fakes more to create space. And Willow is becoming very adept at that fake, a couple dribbles, and an easy jump shot.
So 12-2, coming up on 3 minutes left, first quarter. Good start for the Vikes. Mills going to fire a long one. It's going to miss, go out of bounds.
So yeah, I think the DeCourcy cut, would be, would be a good name for this game.
I've always told my friends from back home that we should call it the White River Shootout. But if you want to invoke my name, you go right ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way we can have this game without your name.
Yeah, in case they didn't hear it the first time, hello to my friends John Craig, who had surgery today, former mayor of Petersburg, as Emmons going to set for a long one. It's no good, rebounded by Chargers. And then, of course, my buddy Jason Mills, basically the elementary school days. His daughter's got the ball. She's going to have her shot partially deflected. Here comes Colleen Trambaugh.
Well,
I
hasn't been fractured
Yeah.
or anything.
Up and in.
Boy, don't I know it.
They still talk to me just because I don't see them nearly as much.
Yeah.
14-2 Vikes. Coming up on 2 minutes left, first quarter.
Nice crowd. Decent student section here tonight.
Yeah.
Rooting on the Lady Vikings.
And Bar Eve, a lot like a lot of other schools here, Brino, the not injuries, but the illness just ravaging through the hallways. And luckily, I think it started with these Bar Eve Lady Vikings, so this squad's about as healthy as you can get.
Well, the good thing is, when you steal by
And
coast to coast.
And she's going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot two.
But just like we said, the Bar Eve Lady Vikings started to pick up things on the court. They also got sick during a 10-day break,
right?
Which was just key to the season, because once they got healthy, now we're right back on.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Brunson at the line, 2 shots, got the first one. Man, she had a couple.
Yeah, for sure. She hit a couple. Hannah Bledsoe got 1 of 2. Willow made a couple down the stretch. Ellie Knapp made a couple down the stretch. Just really, really clutch free throw shooting.
15-2 now. Brunson will have 1 more. And got it. 16-2. These sections, they're coordinating cheers over there, and I think my daughter is right in the middle.
I'd say that she's probably in charge, if I'm going to guess. Well, if she can dance, I know where she got her dance moves. There's no question about that. And Pike Central just going to toss that one into Denny Brunson at the scorer's table, and it's going to go back to Bar Eve.
Colleen is out, and B is out. For the Vikes, you got Liv Emmons, Willow Thompson, Beth Graber.
We've got to get Ava going again. She's going to be such a big part of this team down the stretch. And I think she was a little under the weather as well, and didn't get a whole lot of minutes on Tuesday night. Did you watch IU last night?
Watched the Hoosiers last night. How late did you stay?
I stayed up, well, gee whiz, because I had to do sports for WAMW and WRZR and the General, so I wanted to wait till after the game to write up the report for in the morning. So it was about midnight before I.
You sounded like $1 million on the broadcast this morning.
Yeah, about $1 million. But I didn't get to see any of Purdue, just the highlights. But that IU defense is a real deal.
And there's going to be a tie-up, possession arrow back to Pike Central. And no, I think you see this in college basketball now with the transfer portal, and it's wide open. I think IU may be just one of those teams that they dip in there almost as much as they can, and they're going to play 18 and 19-year-olds with 22 and 23-year-olds, and that's going to be the mode of operation.
Yeah, I think a lot of that too with that portal is just finding you can bring in basically a whole team every year, as our friends in Big Blue do down south. It's just chemistry at that point.
Willow Thompson going to take it away. She's never going to be able to grab it. Ball's going to be on the floor. Tie up. Possession arrow. Bar Eve with 24 seconds. So good job by Willow. She's been active out there at the top of that defense.
I mentioned the JV team won 20-11. Josie Knapp got on fire in the second quarter. It was just a 2-quarter game. She got on fire in the second quarter, ended up with 15 points in the 20.
That's not bad. Willow, triple, no good. And rebounded by Pike Central. Let's see if they try to get the last shot. Whitehead down the lane. She is going to lose it. Ellie going to pick it up. Bar Eve's got 6 seconds, but they're going to have to hustle. Here comes Liv running down the floor, right side, Willow Thompson. And Bar Eve going to run it out of time and shot just off after the buzzer, but still a good first quarter on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard. 16-12 Vikings. Back for the second quarter after this timeout. for second quarter action, 16-2. Couldn't have dialed up a much better start, Brino.
Now we start off right where we left off on Tuesday night. Beth hits a 3, and we're off to the races. Willow Thompson leading us right now with 6 points. Hannah Bledsoe with 5. Beth with 3. Brian Brunson with 2 free throws.
So in the game, second quarter, you got Colleen Trambaugh, Emma Knepp, Lainey Graber, Bledsoe, and Mariah Brunson.
Good active defense. Lots of talking by the Lady Vikings. That's what we want on that end.
Good pass by Mills, but shot going to be left short. Ball going to be on the floor. And good job by Colleen. She's going to come up with it. Gets it off to Laney. Here comes Graber with the basketball. Over to Brunson on the baseline. There goes Bledsoe. She's just going to slip through everybody, lay it up and in.
Brunson to catch a cutting. Hannah coming down the lane. Bounce pass.
Barry stuck on the side, or Pike Central stuck on the sideline. Barry had a trap going on there for just a second. Now ball going to be on the floor again, and Lainey Graber, and yeah, she's going to get whistled for a foul as she was really active right there, but just maybe got the hand caught in the cookie jar right at the end.
Yeah, they had her trapped. That's one Lainey probably Coach Higgins going to let her know. You don't need to reach there, just get your hands up.
Not a horrific foul by Colleen because Brayley Mills is off to the races right there, and that blocking foul is going to, I'm not going to say it's going to prevent a layup, but it was going to be a scoring opportunity for Pike Central.
Much better. You can tell that ankle get.
So 18-2. Mills has it. Wanted a 3. She's going to stop pop. Long 2 is no good. Rebounded by Knepp. Here comes Colleen with it. Trambaugh over to Emma. Emma going to set for 1. Got it. Good to see that from the junior. 21-2.
Yeah, a rebound on one end, 3-pointer on the other. You got to like that for Emma Knepp. Good to see her in there. And she's going to start getting some more minutes and really contributing to this team.
Whitehead going to turn the corner. Her 2 no good. Rebounded by Colleen. Here comes Barib on the run. And going to look ahead to Emma Knepp. Emma going to rip it away, almost taken away. Now Bledsoe with it. She's going to be triple teamed. And there's Colleen going to try to get down the lane. Bounces it back to Laney. She dishes it right inside to Bledsoe. Her shot no good. Tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Pike Central. Barry going to get it back.
Yeah, that's one hand I wish she had back there. Made a really nice spin move to get to the rim and just didn't go.
So on the inbounds. Oh, that was going to be tipped right into Emma Knepp's face, and yeah, Pike Central going to come away with it. That happened so fast she had no idea what happened. Whitehead, good move, no good on the shot. Chargers going to pick it back up, no good. Tapped around. Here comes Graber with it. Laney going to get it ahead to Brunson. Now Colleen over to Laney. Emma and Bledsoe. Her short jumper is going to come up just short, rebounded by the Chargers.
Yeah, just missing on those, but again, good ball movement by the Lady Vikings to get some good shots.
And Young going to take a 3. It's no good. Blocked out. Good block out again by Emma Knepp. Here comes Barry with the basketball. Laney's got it now. Emma over to Colleen. Bledsoe. She's going to be cut off. She got hit. Spun into a hook shot and lays it in, and it is 23-2.
3 substitutions. This is going to be a night that Coach Higgins can get a lot of people into game 1. Try some different lineups together, see how girls are going to work together in game action. In 5 seasons.
Well, and the biggest thing with me is you got to keep your foot on the gas here as Mill's going to fire a triple, no good. And there's going to be maybe a tie-up. There's the tie-up, and it's going to get back to Bareve. And I'm not talking about embarrassing or humiliating anybody. I'm just saying we had a big ball game on Saturday, and we don't want to get sloppy.
Yeah, that's right. Stay sharp. Keep them playing hard. Always in growing pains of a young team, sometimes that's hard to do to keep that foot on the gas pedal. And these girls are learning how to play in the lead, and that's something you got to work on.
So Beth Graber with it, over to Emma Knepp. She's going to be trapped in the corner. It's going to be tapped out of bounds. Liv Emmons and Ava Carter back in the game.
That's one I'd like to see with Pike Central playing a zone and they were out here in this corner. That's when you want to reverse it, not go right back to that corner because all the defense was already here.
Ball going to be tapped out of bounds on the inbounds. Yeah, I heard Coach Knight say that one time 20 years ago, talking about making a zone defense, you know, expand, move shapes, move sizes. And when you stick it on one side of the floor, makes that defense's job really easy, as you know. That one's going to be poked away, rebounded, or taken away by Pike Central.
Only the third turnover of the night by the Indians.
Young, top of the key, triple, no good. Then in the second quarter, the Chargers have had some wide open shots and just been unable to connect.
If I've got a criticism right now, we just need to rotate a little faster. So Ava Carter going to rip down a rebound.
Here comes Ava. Over to Emma Knepp.
There's that reversal.
There. Beth Graber's got it now. Wanted to skip it over to Emma, didn't do it, as it looked like Pike Central had recovered. There's Brunson. Beth going to line up a long one, got it again. 26-2, $10 more to cash for Kendall.
Thank you to Kerry Heller, Darcy Oaks for sponsoring Cash for.
So all Vikings here in this first half. Is that one going to be poked away? Pike Central going to recover it. And the Vikings defense is just aggressive here tonight.
We're starting to step it up. We're a little slow a few times in a row, but now we're really getting after it.
Mills going to set for another long one. That one going to rattle in and out, no good. Brunson, good block out. Here comes Barry. They want to run with it. Liv Emmons with it.
That's her spot. There's Beth again.
And that one going to be left short. Pike Central going to come up with it.
See, I shouldn't have called it.
No.
I got excited.
Yeah.
You could tell.
You did it. It's all your fault.
Oh.
And a great split right there by Mills. 26-4.
Looking at the coaching staff, we've got Trey Wernicke, the head coach, and then volunteer coaches Terry Wernicke and Terry Wernicke.
I'm wondering if that's a typo.
I bet they're family.
Well, yeah. One is the father of the son is the head coach.
I think this must be Dad down here.
That is correct.
I'm going to go right in and say that was Tara, the coach of JV.
Okay. Tara, yeah. And the skip pass to nowhere, and somebody was supposed to. Emma Knepp's going to get credited with that turnover, and I mean, obviously she's the one that threw the pass, but somebody was supposed to go to that wing for a shot.
Might have been my dog.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to belabor the point, but
First mistake she's made in years.
in her own mind.
In her own mind, yes. Mills down on the baseline, and she is going to be fouled by, take your pick. You had three Vikings there. I think it's going to be on Willow. Yep.
And Mills makes a nice move to the basket, did it again. She had that split earlier, had a nice ball fake there, and went to the basket aggressively. So she's got some good moves. Looks like she's going to shoot this free throw left-handed, too.
Yep. And going to be along, as I mentioned, she's headed to Indiana State to play her college softball.
What position does she play?
Oh, like everything?
Everything?
I think. No, she's an outfielder. She is fast. I know she swings it left-handed. These Lady Chargers went to the semi-state last year. It has been and probably always will be a softball school. So 26-5. Grace Butcher into the game. Her pass going to be poked out of bounds. Speaking of softball, Grace signed to go to Indiana Tech.
Where is Indiana?
Fort Wayne.
Oh, I think I asked that last time.
Yep. Yeah, and I actually, after we talked about it, I got in and looked at their facilities. They got a really nice setup. I had heard of it, but I just, it had not been super keen on it, as Ava's shot in the post going to be no good. Now Ellie going to throw it away, and here comes Pike Central with the basketball.
36 seconds left in the first half. 26-5. It's been all Lady Vikings so far.
So we're under 30. Let's see if Pike tries to get the last shot.
Tennis coach Higgins come up here and let him talk about last night's game as a big Tar Heel fan.
Still trying to figure out how somebody from Elnora likes North Carolina.
And the Braves.
Yeah. That ball going to be poked away. Here comes Willow Thompson with it. Willow trying to get down. She's going to flip it over. It's going to be poked out of bounds. Time's going to run out, and that's going to do it. But a good first half for the Vikings. And at halftime, it's 26-5. Halftime tonight brought to you by Montgomery Medical, located across the street from Bar Eve High School. Montgomery Medical says there is no cure for Viking fever. 26-5. We are going to take a timeout. And when we come back, Brian Emmons will have all of the halftime statistics. 26-5 Vikings. Back after this timeout. And back at halftime, 26-5, all Vikings in the first half. But as we know, Brino, we got another half to play, but so far so good.
I think you said it best. Foot on the gas. Keep it going for the Lady Vikings. Work on some things tonight. Don't let this get back into a close contest, and get ready for Saturday when we've got the Vincennes Gervais Lady Patriots coming into. Or are we going there? No, it is here.
It is here, yeah.
In the big ship. So let's take a look at stats. First half action. Pike Central was led by Braylee Mills. She had 3 points, a pointer, and a free throw. And Liberty Taylor had their early basket. That is all there is scoring-wise for Pike Central, and their 5 points for the Lady Vikings. 26 points led by Hannah Bledsoe. She's got 9, followed closely by Willow Thompson and Beth Graver. They both got 6. 3 2-pointers for Willow and a couple of threes for Beth. And then followed up by Emma Nepp, she's got a 3-pointer, and Mariah Brunson, she's got 2 points, and Mariah leading us with 4 rebounds, and that's been a big key for the Lady Vikings. They have absolutely owned the glass. They're at 21-6 on the rebounding tally. So good first half, but we got to keep it going and stay very mentally in this basketball game, do the things that we need to do. One of the best stats I've heard, Washington Times Herald sports editor Todd Lancaster reports that the hot dog was not only good, but very good tonight.
Oh,
big ship.
Okay, well, that is breaking news indeed. And we probably don't need to talk about Kanye West today, do we?
I think it'd be better. Yeah, I think it'd be better we just.
That's one of the most bizarre things that I think I've ever seen.
I saw a video and I thought, does he have a hood on his head? And I don't even know if you call it a hood. What was that?
It looked like in strict like Islamic Middle Eastern countries where women have to like completely wear veils, and I mean it almost looked like a complete facial covering.
Yeah, like one of those green screen things where you put a whole net or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, hear all about it on the B3 podcast. There is no doubt that will be discussed. Well, Coach Higgins, you said foot on the gas, and like I said, I just think we want to be clean here in the second half. Be clean.
Yeah, this is one where I think you really look at the turnover totals in the second half, because that's going to show how mentally sharp that the Lady Vikings stay. And this is a team that quite frankly, we shouldn't be having many turnovers against. And they're playing in a zone, and we've got the size advantage, and other than maybe at a couple of spots have a speed advantage. I think this is one where mentally we need to stay in this and start playing the ball.
All right, so 26-5. Bar-Eva leads it here at halftime. Halftime brought to you by Montgomery Medical. We're going to take another timeout, and when we come back, second half action. 26-5 Vikings back to the big ship right after this. And back at Bar Eve, halftime is just about concluded. Both teams back to their respective benches, getting orders from their coaches. And it'll be Pike Central ball coming out in the second half.
Yeah, it looks like Bar Eve going to start with Beth Graber, Colin Turnball, Mariah Brunson, Willow Thompson, and Hannah Bledsoe.
Not Hannah Graber.
As I got in trouble last year at the Christmas tournament, I said Hannah Graber several times. So Pike Central going to make some changes as well. 26-5 as we start the second half. At the DeCourcy Cup. At the big ship.
The Corsi Cup, Big Ship, White River Shootout, and that pass going to be poked away by Willow Thompson, and here comes Beth Graber with it. Beth with it on the right side.
Oh, she wanted to shoot that. They were a little slow to pop out on her in that zone, and she decided that Coach Higgins probably wants a little more ball movement, and she was ready to go.
As we mentioned, Cash for Kindle 3-point baskets tonight, sponsored by Carrie Heller and Darcy Oaks. And lob play, Vikings going to miss the first one, and Bledsoe, pretty much a golden opportunity right there.
Yeah, she's not going to have an easier attempt at a basket in the interior this year as a three-pointer is fired up. That's Keenan Young. She's going to miss. Beth Graber on the move. Lady Vikings, great pass inside to Hannah. She's going to be fouled. Very nice interior pass. Beth took it right up the middle of the floor and beautiful bounce pass through traffic. That'll send Hannah Bledsoe to the line.
Hannah shooting two. I did get a text message from a friend who says that as Hannah makes the first one, foot on the gas is not a thing anymore.
Oh, it's not?
Now you say like knee or foot on the throat. So, yeah, so it's a little more.
Wow.
I mean,
that escalated.
Yeah, it did. So I got to prefer foot on the gas.
Yeah, I think when we're dealing with high school basketball, I think probably foot on the gas.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about something that could be a felony.
Yeah.
We don't need assault and battery. We just want to win the game and
That's
play
right.
well doing it.
We don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. 27-5. Bar Eve on defense. Young going to go down. She's going to go off the glass. No good. Tapped around. Brunson going to run it down. And she just rips it away. We got two Chargers on the floor. And here comes Bar Eve, and they've got numbers. Willow, three. Splash.
Good play there by Mariah Brunson by not giving up on that. That's a ball that a lot of times is going to be called a jump ball, and she just kept fighting, got it out of there, and went on the move.
Yeah, and they had four hands on it, and she had two.
Yeah.
She said, I'll take it anyway. So 30-5. 2 minutes gone here, third quarter. Mills going to set for a long one. It's going to bounce wide. And Trambaugh just going to let it bounce out of bounds. Are we going to get it back?
Mentioned the Middle East a minute ago. I bet the Iranian soccer team is not looking forward to going home after losing.
Jeez. Lord. Beth Graber with it. There's Bledsoe in the post. She's going to turn her shot. No good. Rebounded by Pike Central.
Sienna not quite finding the range today. She's getting some decent shots. That was a little tougher contested. She's not quite finding it right now, but she's got to keep shooting those, and she will. Good play there by Mariah Brunson.
Shot going to be up by Mills. No good. Tapped around. Brunson, she's been in the thick of all the action tonight, which is kind of how she operates, but even more so tonight.
Yeah, I got her for 7 rebounds. She got a couple of free throws, but she's in the middle of so many plays, a couple of assists. So she's got a real strong night going. Simply went through a little substituting here. That's Delaney Welch. She's a senior guard going to check in.
And now we're going to have a tie-up on the floor. We're going to have another tie-up. This time possession arrow going to go back to the Vikings.
Those are the turnovers right there, or potential turnover that we can't have. And Coach Higgins reminding her squad to get back in this and be aggressive, because that was kind of an enforced error there.
And there's another unforced error as Beth trying to throw it to Willow Thompson. Willow she was kind of going to another spot on the floor as maybe the Vikings were trying to get into a set right there. And about the second Beth threw that pass, she realized Willow wasn't looking. So
that's one of those right when you let it go.
Yeah. I had that happen with a cell phone in a lake one time. 30-5 Vikings. It's been all Bar-Eve from the opening tip. There's shot up in the post, no good. Bledsoe going to grab it, get it off to Colleen. Beth, back, lays it up, good, left-handed. Nice finish by Beth, 32-5.
2 games in a row, Beth's had a nice runner with the left hand. I like to see that out of the senior guard.
I invoke his name a lot, but as the great Dave Cavanaugh says, Beth Graber, she may be amphibious.
You quote Dave almost every game. God knows.
Yep. If I'm fortunate enough to live the next 50 years, I'll still be quoting Dave Cavanaugh. So ball on the floor. It's going to be, there's your tie up.
Yeah, they're a little slower the JV game. They're just a little slower tonight, and they're obviously different refereeing crew. A little slower on calling jump balls.
Yeah.
Shift change for the Lady Vikings.
Yep, Brunson, Beth, and Bledsoe out. Ellie, Grace Butcher, Ava Carter in.
Said we're going to see some different lineups. We have not seen this 5 on the floor at the same time this year.
No, we haven't. The other 2 are Colleen and Olivia Emmons. So 32-5, halfway gone through quarter number 3. It's been all Vikings from the jump here tonight.
Speaking of IU and North Carolina, just looking here, and boy, I'm glad I checked this score. Indiana women at 78-57.
Oh, baby.
On the number 6 team in the country, North Carolina, and that is without Grace Butcher.
That's without,
Grace Butcher.
yeah. And speaking of Grace Butcher, there's 3, and it's no good. Rebounded by Pike Central after a made 3 on the other end, so 32-8. Whitehead got that one to go.
Grace Berger.
Yep, Grace Berger. Heard at that wonderful tournament in Las Vegas that nobody has talked about. Good Lord.
That is something else.
Mills, her 3 is going to be wide. Yeah, that's a...
Coach Moore was very quick to say, very adamant that the floor did not have anything to do with that injury. But that was ridiculous.
Yeah, well, and
if you saw it, it was in a hotel ballroom.
Yeah.
And which I didn't realize, like that tournament in Atlantis that was on ESPN,
yeah,
the men's tournament, that was actually in a ballroom as well.
Right.
They made it look like it wasn't.
Right, which I think is the point.
Yeah, there was no question that this was. They had a couple of TVs on the scorer's table that served as a scoreboard. Just regular TVs you buy at Costco, and they kept coming in flood.
Yeah, that one going to be poked away. And the part that got me was the girl from Auburn who really got hurt, and it was a 45-minute ambulance wait while she's withering in pain on the floor.
Yeah, that's there's absolutely no reason for that. Central not going to be able to get it in bounds. They're going to call time.
And we'll go ahead and take one. 2:24 left, third quarter, 32-8. Vikings lead it. Back right after this. (32-8). Vikings lead it out of the timeout. and it'll be Pike Central basketball. And Colleen Trambaugh almost tied Mills up. Ava Carter had a deflection. Pike Central going to pick it back up. Now Bar-Eve going to reset on defense.
Bar-Eve making it very difficult for Pike Central to do what they want to do. Very active in the passing lanes. And just making it very difficult for them to pass the ball even just around the perimeter.
Mills on the baseline. And good job by Ava Carter just getting vertical. Pike going to pick it up. Ball going to be poked around, poked around, poked around. We've got people everywhere. And let's see what we're going to get here. I think it's going to be a foul on Ellie. Yeah. Sometimes those piles, you know, a lot of things go, but you can't do a barrel roll over the top of somebody else.
No, I think Ellie learned that from her mother and that physical style of play.
Give us a wave, Jody. Give us a wave. As Welch going to go on the baseline. She's going to flip it up, no good, but grab her own rebound. Suddenly the Vikings haven't been able to grab a rebound in a second. Mills going to bank one, got it to go, 32-10.
Braylon Moore's 5th point of the season, leading Pike Central in scoring.
So Bar-Eve going against this zone. Colleen going to set for a long one. It's going to miss everything. Hit the baseline.
It didn't work again. Trying a new lineup that hasn't played much together. A little out of sorts, getting where we need to be. We keep ending up with two people in the same spot, which makes it very easy to defend.
So 32-10. Chargers have scored the last 5 to cut it to 22.
Switch there. Really jumps out to stop Willis from taking that three-pointer.
And hello to one of my old longtime associates, former coach amongst other things, former friend, groomsman in the wedding. As that one going to be flipped in by Whitehead, 32-12. Mr. Brent Beck, who actually coined the phrase White River Shootout.
Oh.
Yep, he is the guy. He is.
Now you said former friend, so he is one
Well,
that jumped you? Or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Former, former coach, former this. No, not a former friend.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, he's one that would probably talk to me a little bit more regularly than the other ones would. So we're down to 15, and that ball going to be poked away. Here comes Mills, and Colleen going to foul her, and Mills going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Colleen was not going to let that layup. She got stripped out here just inside the half line. She was not going to let that layup happen.
So Mills going to go to the line. 2 shots.
She does have quick hands. It's not easy to strip Colleen off the basket.
And that one's going to rattle in and out. No good. So here comes Bar-Eve. Emmons going to grab it. Ball going to be poked away. Now Park Central bringing the heat a little bit. There goes Whitehead. She's going to stop and pop. Shot going to be blocked, and that is going to do it. But Pike Central closes with 8 in a row in the 3rd quarter. And they've cut this thing back under 20. It's 32-13. The Vikings lead it, 4th quarter. Back for the final stanza after this timeout. Bar Eve with the lead and the basketball to start quarter number 4, Brino.
Yeah, we're going to have Willow Thompson, Laney Graber, Brunson, and Bledsoe, Beth Graber. Good night all together. Pretty good third quarter, but the third quarter has been an issue for the Lady Vikings this year.
Did she call that? I like Brunson, so I'm going to say she did.
I didn't see her call it, but it could have been.
And her father, at halftime, hit the gritty in front of the Bar Eve student section. And I know there's a video of you hitting the gritty from somewhere. Your kids allegedly maybe have it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
That was after a couple of cocktails. I believe it happened in the kitchen. That's happened many places, but that one.
So you dance everywhere you go, huh?
I don't have a problem letting it fly.
Even to entertain your kids. Air ball by Pike Central. Here comes Bar Eve with the rebound. And now Willow Thompson over on the right side. She's going to skip to Bledsoe. Beth Graber, Laney, top of the key. Willow, Brunson, middle of the lane, off the glass, no good. Bledsoe, and here comes a technical foul, maybe.
Yeah, he over. 13.
I will say this for the official. Takes a lot to make him angry. So I don't know what was said. There's your he won't call a technical, but you're gonna get a cheap one on that end. So yeah. Barry's gonna get the ball back. Yeah, I don't like naming officials on the air, but he's a good guy and he is a friend, and he is slow to anger and quick to love. Yeah. And Pike poked it away out of bounds. Barry's going to get it back. And I won't say anything else, but if anybody says, man, you're getting the job from the officials tonight at Bar Eve, well, when you got officials at Bar Eve from Lagodi, I don't want to hear it. Okay. Don't need that noise. Don't need that noise.
Now see, now you're coming up with the new hip phrases.
Yes. Don't need it. Don't need it. Homie, don't play that. Now that's the old one right there.
Yeah.
34-13.
No.
And there's bad pass going to be picked off by Young. She's going to go down, lay it up and in. 15.
Passing the ball across the top of the key there, a little lazy, and Chicken's going to call timeout. Point that out.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and keep it right here, 34-15. And I think what Lacey is doing right now is she's essentially talking about what we were saying at halftime, and foot on the gas.
Right.
But I think her issue is, it doesn't matter who's in the game. We can all control how we pass the basketball.
And that timeout right there, that instruction really wasn't so much about tonight. That was about every night. That when we're out here, we need to keep playing hard. We need to zip our passes no matter what the score is. And hey, I'll say one thing for this team. They typically respond.
Yep.
So I don't think we'll see any more of that those kind of passes.
Beth Graber with it. And out of the timeout, there's another turnover. Ball on the floor. No, Brunson going to take it back. And there's
this is the
here we go. Here comes the foul call on Pike Central. Nope, jump ball.
They are just a tick slower than typical on calling a jump ball. That ball was rattling around in some things for a while.
Well, that time Brunson had 6 hands on the ball.
I'll tell you what, though, you're not going to take it away.
And it didn't get taken away. It just got called.
Not going to take it away.
34-15. Vikings still lead it by 19, coming up on 5 minutes.
You see Christine McVie died from Fleetwood Mac? That made me sad.
Well, the discussion at our house is like, as Bledsoe going to pick another one off, is basically, I'm not going to say she had one more hit, but Beth Graber has it. But man, these Chevy commercials with the Fleetwood Mac song, I mean, that's been receiving heavy airplay here.
I've seen her in some interviews with her. Thompson going nail it from the baseline. I've seen interviews with her, and she just seemed like a really nice lady.
Yep. Well, somebody had to counterbalance Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, and
Lindsey Buckingham. Everybody and all the time. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac is Amber Gwen DeCourcy's all-time #1, not close.
I have no argument.
Those are her people.
I'm going to see Daryl Hall on Saturday.
Where?
He's in Evansville with Todd Rundgren of all people.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure they'll make some stuff like that. Todd Rundgren's opening. I look forward to that.
Oh,
And then in 2 weeks, going to Brown County to see the Wallflowers.
Oh. Tell Jacob I said hello.
I will.
Tell him I said hey.
And I guarantee he's looking.
Yeah, he will be. He will be.
I don't know. I don't know that I know more than 2 Wallflowers songs, but those 2 I really like.
You really like, yeah.
The Difference is one of my favorite.
Great song. Fifth Avenue Heartache is.
Oh yeah, there's 3. Yeah,
okay.
One Headlight.
One Headlight.
Yeah, I love Fifth Avenue
Yeah.
Heartache.
I always appreciated Jacob Dillon for being the son of maybe the world's greatest songwriter ever.
Yeah.
And kind of did his own thing and never became a head case. You haven't seen him in the headlines. There's, no mysterious stories. Ava Carter with it in the post, out to Beth Graber.
Really good ball movement by the Lady Vikings.
And there's $10 more to cash for Kendall, and it's Olivia Emmons knocking it in, 39-15. And you talked about it in the first half, Brian. The ball changed sides of the floor. Liv got a wide open shot from the wing, right in the position where she wants the basketball, and 3 more on the board.
Yeah, that was good ball movement, both inside and out. The ball went into the post, it got kicked out, went around the perimeter with some velocity on it. Very, very nice trip down the floor for the Vikings.
Ball going to be poked away by Willow Thompson. Let's see if Willow can outrun everybody to the rim. And she is going to get hit, lay it in, and she's going to go to the line looking to complete the 3-point play. So whatever Lacey said in that timeout,
it worked.
It worked because that's 7 in a row, and Willow's got a chance to make it 8.
Yeah, we said that Ellie Knepp and Emma Knepp were to check in the sit down, but this squad does typically respond well to coaching, and that was another good example.
And that free throw going to be left short by Willow. So Pike Central going to get it back. Bari back on defense. And Ava Carter going to get whistled for the foul right there. Pike going to go to the line to shoot 2. Let me ask you a question, Brino. In growing up in Bridgeport, Illinois. Beautiful Bridgeport, Illinois. Were you what I would call a kid who grew up in the country a little bit, or did you grow up in town?
No, I was in town.
Okay. All right. So as a former resident of 12th Street in Petersburg, Indiana, talking to kids from Bar Eve about what it's like to grow up in a neighborhood, a real neighborhood, not a subdivision, a neighborhood, it's almost lost on them.
Yeah, I can see that. We talked about it a lot, and back then, we would go, especially in the summertime, we would go, whether we were playing wiffle ball or baseball or football, basketball, whatever we were doing that day, we would get out in the summertime, we would play the moon, we would go home, have lunch, everybody meet back about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, whatever, play till dinner, come back, play till the streetlights came on. That was our day.
And that was your alarm clock. And free throw going to be short, but that's going to be a lane violation. And I think both Emma and Liv may have been in there. I'm not completely positive on that.
I don't know if it threw the shooter off, but for a 15-foot free throw, that would have been about 13 and a half feet. So
yeah.
I think she got bothered by the lane violation. She's going to get another crack at it. She's going to give that one a little more effort.
Yeah. Well, 41-16 now.
But yeah, I grew up with my brother and Chip Jamerson.
Yep.
One day they just decided in the summertime they were going to ride their bike on every street in town, and they just wound their way. I think it took about all day. I mean, Bridgeport's not a big place, but you start to ride your bike on every street, and that town's changed a lot, Bridgeport, but what a great place to grow up. Just not a lot of things to worry about other than where the next ball game is.
Yeah, where the next activity was, no doubt about it. But no, I just talking to just the real neighborhoods, and just not a lot of that here. In Montgomery, obviously you get to the outskirts and suburbs and people in the country and things of that nature. But I don't know. That is an experience that I would not change, Brian Evans.
No, for sure. And I tell you, speaking of Bridgeport, getting a free plug here as we get lost on defense, but David comes over, she's going to make the foul. Do yourself a favor, go get a steak or a cheeseburger or catfish at Ray's Tavern, or I guess they call it Ray's Restaurant now in Bridgeport.
Yep.
Sorry. Tell them that you heard about it on the radio by Brian Emmons, because it's a great place to go eat.
Yeah, it's one of my dad's favorite Illinois spots.
They were known for years for their catfish dinners. People drove from everywhere to get those fiddlers.
Young going to miss the first one. Second one going to roll in. So 41-17, under 2 minutes. And there is a travel going to be called on Ellie Knepp. And that was a situation with just one player back, Brino. Ellie maybe got herself in just a little bit of a hurry right there with Liv back there helping. It was, but you know what? Ellie's 6 feet tall and not a point guard, and she was for a little bit right there. So doing something that she wasn't doing, but Vikings have this one under control. We're a minute and 35 seconds away from picking up win number 4 on the year.
Line, but for the most part, these Vikings have stayed in it and played a real nice basketball game. And it's not always easy to do against a team that you probably should handle.
Yeah, there is no doubt about that. Had a friend from Pike County whose son Jacob Powell now attends school here. My friend Kenny Powell, who says, Cato, Indiana, in Pike County is actually on the outskirts of Montgomery. So, if you've never been to Cato, Brino, we have a road trip to make. Well, in case you didn't know, it's between like Algiers and Velpen. Yeah. 41-18 minute.
Like someplace I need to go.
You do. 41-18. Vikings in control. Let's see if Bar-Eve, we're going to take open shots. There's Ava Carter, skips it in.
If we are, there it is.
Yeah, Liv Emmons ain't scared. Got another one.
She's got that Emmons blood. If it's open, we're fired.
Yeah, she saw orange. 44-18. So we're under a minute. And the Vikes, we've done a pretty nice job not talking about it, Brino, but we've given ourselves at least an opportunity to play a big game on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a game, coming out of Vincent Gervais, obviously year in, year out, one of the most talented teams in the area. And we gave them everything they wanted last year. The score may not reflect how close that game was as Grace Booker will fire a three-pointer, but we battled. And then they had one girl that scored, 85% of the points?
Maybe. Yeah, it seemed like it. And Pike going to miss a 3, so 12.8. Bar-Eve going to get it back, and I'm going to guess we're done shooting, so 44-18. Pike's going to win it. And no, but that's all you can do is measure where you are today versus where you ended last February.
That's right.
And then hopefully the growth continues to.
Whatever happens on Saturday, we are going into this game in a much better mindset than what we needed 10 days ago.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
No doubt about it. So that's going to do it. Vikings win it tonight. Final 44-18. Bar-Eve moves to 4-2 on the season. Post-game show just around the corner. When we come back, we'll have a visit from Coach Lacey Higgins. Brian Emmons will have tonight's final statistics. We'll have a little hardware to pass out, the Build Option Quartet player of the game. All that and more. All Vikings tonight, 44-18 over Pike Central. Back for the postgame show after this timeout. Back for the post-game show, 44-18. Vikings win it tonight. We're 4-2 on the season now. Pike Central still winless on the year. Final statistics, Brian Emmons.
Well, it was all Lady Vikings tonight. They jumped out, had a 16-2 lead after one quarter. At halftime, they were up 26-5, 32-13 at the end of the third quarter, and then they again, like you said, win it. 44-18, Varsity dominated the glass on both ends of the floor, out-rebounding Pike Central 29-13. Scoring for Pike Central, they were led by Brayley Mills, who, hoping she's okay. She looks like she banged up her wrist on a dive out of bounds trying to save the ball, so we hope that Brayley's okay. She had 5 points. Anna Whitehead had 5 points, 3 each for Liberty Taylor, Shelby Meadows, and then 2 points for Keena Young. For the victorious Lady Vikings, they were led by Willow Thompson. Willow had 13 big points tonight, followed by Hannah Bledsoe's 10. Beth Graber had 8. Olivia Emmons had a couple three-pointers for 6 points. Mariah Brunson had 4. And Eminette chipped in a three-pointer off the bench. Couldn't see any good basket tonight. Varsity led in rebounding by Mariah Brunson, who had 9 big rebounds. And sitting to my left is Coach Lacey Higgins, so I'm going to pass over the microphone to her.
All right. Joined on the post-game show now by Varsity girls basketball coach Lacey Higgins. 44-18. Vikes win it tonight. And coach, game like this, you jump out and we grab an early lead, and basically we do what we needed to do. And I know you're going to say, oh, well, we got sloppy here, we got sloppy there. But for the most part, when you're doing hockey line changes, I thought the girls played well.
They did. I'm just glad we made shots again. I don't know if I should think this is our new normal or not, but we came out, and I told the girls, to come out and jump on someone 18-2 that we should jump on, it's a nice feeling, because I'm not so sure we would have done that last year. And going up 18-2 with our aggressive defense, I thought, that was a great bright point.
Yeah, certainly was. And once again, especially in the first half, Beth Graber, Willow Thompson come out, and they're making shots again. And if those two can come out and make shots, we're a really hard basketball team to beat.
We are, and we tried to run our Butler lob play the first play of the game again, and Beth throws up a 3 and makes it. The bench looks at me and says, "That's a new play," and I'm like, whatever Beth's feeling.
Yeah, it's everybody's feeling good. When the ball goes in the basket, it just makes life better.
Yeah. I thought too, even though I felt like we kind of coast after the first quarter, I think adding up the points in the second and third quarter, it was less than what we scored in the first quarter. But those games are hard, and I felt like some shots didn't fall that we were making in the first quarter. But I told the girls, we take it and we run and we prepare for the big one on Saturday.
Well, and we'll talk about it in a second. For the second game in a row, it didn't completely lean on Hannah Bledsoe to up, and not that girls don't make contributions. They do. I mean, there is no doubt about it. Ball goes in the basket, everything's better. Your spacing is better. You get better matchups. You don't need post doubles. It just makes it better for everybody.
Yes, our ball movement is so much better. one side to the other side, back to the other side before we got that wide open shot.
Let's talk about it. You earned yourself an opportunity to play a big game, and like I told Emmons, you know, win, lose, or draw on Saturday, more than anything else, it's a chance to measure the progress that we've made since not last January, February, but from then to
Yeah, and they're good. One Herman, two Hermans, it doesn't matter. They have a 6'4" girl in the middle that's going to, it's always hard to guard, but their guards are scrappy. The Frey girls are still there, the sisters, and they can shoot the lights out. And I'm just excited to be confident that we can compete and win that game. I don't know if I would have said that last year, coming in as the underdog, but I truly think, and I don't know if the girls understand this, the sky is the limit with these girls. We haven't touched their basketball ability. Like, it took me up until last week to tell Beth that she's a shooter. And
Yeah.
I don't know how to convince anybody that she's a shooter. Usually people love to shoot, but it's just gonna be a big measuring stick for us.
Well, Coach, I know you got, I see the husband, I see the kids floating around. I mean, I could keep you all night, but...
Well, and unfortunately, after Saturday, it's hard to keep going. We got three games next week, and Wood is playing unbelievable right now. Watched some games on London today, and then North Davis, Blaney Norman has just been unstoppable lately, too. So we got them on Thursday, and then the Bloomfield on Saturday. So a true...
All right, we'll keep on going, and we will catch up with you on Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that's Bar Eve girls basketball coach Lacey Higgins. Vikings win it tonight, 44-18. Bar Eve now 4-2 on the season. We do have a little hardware to pass out. Bill Dobson, Ford Tough Player of the Game. Tell us who you like, Brian, and why.
Well, we had a few choices tonight, no doubt about it. Lots of good play, solid play. I think because she broke into the scoring column as far as double digits go, I'm going to give it to Willow Thompson tonight, who had 13 big points, had 6 in the first half, 7 in the second. Willow Thompson, go back to Ford.
All right, congratulations, Willow Thompson, tonight's Bill Dobson Ford Tough Player of the Game. Come see why a Dobson deal is a better deal. Well, join us on Saturday. We got girls basketball here on the General, 95.9, 101.3, of course, on the Bar Eve Media YouTube live stream, as the Vincennes-Reveille Patriots will be in town. And then, of course, that night, Saturday night, the boys will be on the road down at Orleans. And Orleans going to be an outstanding basketball team this year, and should be a big test for the Vikings, the young Vikings. And we'll see how we fare on Saturday night down in Orleans after that big showdown here against Vincennes-Reveille. So that's going to do it. Big thanks to my friend Brian Ammons for... Brian, what did you do all night here tonight? You kept us...
On air, online, and Mike,
most importantly on time. So I'm Mike DeCourcy. Vikes win it, 44-18. We'll talk to you on Saturday. God bless and go Vikings. Good night, everybody.